Hi everybody, welcome back to Happy Bake Day. My name is Amanda. It is officially back to school season, and I don't know about you, but I am always looking for new and delicious protein-packed recipes to make that I can put in my son's lunchbox, or even for myself as a nice hearty lunch or even dinner option that is easy to make, doesn't take a lot of time or a lot of ingredients. Today's recipe, we are going to be making really delicious salmon nuggets, so a fun twist on chicken nuggets. And I couldn't be making this recipe without my friends over at Ducktrap. We're going to be using their lightly smoked salmon portions for today's recipe. And these salmon portions are really great in this recipe because they have a delicious, lightly smoky flavor. They are lightly salted, so it doesn't require a lot of extra seasoning or a lot of extra prep. Plus, the salmon portions are deliciously fresh. They have really high protein, which, especially for lunchbox meal prepping, it'll keep your little ones, and of course yourself as well, feeling nice and full and gives you that nice boost of energy that you're going to need to get through the rest of your day. The first step in our recipe is to prepare our salmon. I'm placing mine on a cutting board and using a sharp knife to very carefully remove my salmon skin. We're not going to use the salmon skin in this recipe, so you can throw it away after you've removed it from your salmon fillets. Once your skin has been removed, you're going to cut your fillets, or I'm going to be using some kitchen shears. You'll cut your fillets into cubes about 1 inch by 1 inch, and you'll place your cut salmon into a bowl and set the bowl in your refrigerator. Next, you're going to combine 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of black pepper into a mixing bowl. Use a whisk to whisk all of your dry ingredients until they're well combined. You'll add 3/4 cup of whole milk and 1 tablespoon of olive oil to your dry ingredients. Again, use your whisk to mix everything, and you'll see a thick paste form, and you want to make sure it is mixed really well until it's smooth. Remove your salmon cubes from the refrigerator, and you're going to place a couple at a time into your batter. Use a spoon or a fork or even your hands to mix the salmon chunks in your batter until they are completely coated on all sides. Use your hand or a fork to gently shake any excess batter off of your salmon pieces. And then you're going to place these pieces into another bowl that has 1.5 cups of plain panko breadcrumbs. Again, you're going to toss the salmon pieces in the bowl with the panko breadcrumbs until they're completely coated. And you'll place each of the well-coated pieces of salmon onto a baking tray that's been lined with parchment paper, but you also want to make sure the parchment paper is generously greased with some cooking spray. Once all of your salmon pieces have been dipped in the batter and coated with your panko breadcrumbs, this is ready for baking. You'll bake your salmon pieces in an oven that's been preheated to 425 degrees for about 30 to 35 minutes. And you want to flip your salmon pieces over about halfway through the baking time, or until your salmon is beautifully golden and crispy and your salmon has been cooked all the way through. And with that, our salmon nuggets are done and they are lunchbox ready. The panko breadcrumbs on the outside really made these beautifully crispy. They got deliciously golden brown in the oven. And because this is an oven-based recipe, you don't have to worry about any of that grease from a fryer. You don't have to worry about any extra mess or extra oil that you would get from frying or pan frying. So this is a really great recipe, especially on the healthier side, but you'll still get that crispy classic crunch that you would from, let's say, a chicken nugget, but it's of course got that really wonderful salmon protein from my friends at Ducktrap. And this salmon, as you saw, is so easy to work with and really gives delicious flavor in these nuggets. And not only for this recipe, but it's great for so many other things too. They bake beautifully in the oven. You can sear them in a pan, get the skin nice and crispy, maybe make it into a quiche or a frittata for breakfast or lunch. There's so many great options that you can use for this salmon. Thank you so much for joining me today while we made our delicious lunchbox ready salmon nuggets. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget, you can also go on Ducktrap's website to see where you can find this lightly smoked salmon yourself, and you can give the recipe a try. Until next time, I hope you have a very happy bake day.